On our website, we talk about being fourth generation Oregonians, my brother and I being from Portland the entire time. We get asked the question pretty frequently on what do you guys like and love about Portland, about living in Oregon and living in Portland. I think for me personally, geographically, I love the way it's set up. We are literally, for those who are not familiar with Portland, we're an hour and a half from the mountains, from the oceans, the rivers, the desert. Everything is literally within an hour and a half from downtown Portland. I personally really enjoy going to the beach. I love razor clamming on negative tides, doing some surf perch fishing from time to time. I really enjoy getting over to the coast and relaxing over at the coast. In regard to fishing, being in Portland, working, as you can see, we're downtown. There's a lot to talk about there, but in the middle of downtown runs the Willamette River, and every springtime around March, April, it starts, there is a very good return of spring Chinook salmon. People love Chinook, and especially spring Chinook, because it's the oiliest of all of the Chinooks. But we can literally, on our lunch break, head down, jump on a boat, and hook into a 25 plus pound Springer Chinook salmon. Right here, I can throw a rock and hit the river from here. So I do think that's pretty cool about Portland, having the river. There's a bunch of other stuff. You don't have to fish in the river. Most people don't. A lot of boaters out here in the summertime. Love the river. The weather in Portland, a lot of people ask about the weather. Yes, we do have pretty tough weather. Not cold. We don't really know cold. I mean, maybe it gets down once every 10 years to 17, 18, 19 degrees. We don't get a lot of snow, but we get rain, and the rain stays around for quite some time. But really, from June through the first couple weeks of October, it's an awesome place to be weather-wise. We don't get any rain usually, very minimal amounts of rain. And the temperature is great. It's not humid. So I think it's one of the better places to be for a handful of months. So there's give and takes there, of course. Portland, we have had our fair share of problems that have been pretty talked about on different occasions in the media. The town just seems to bounce back. It's resilient, steadfast that way. It's a great place to live. My brother and I, who have been here our whole lives, really don't know anything different than Portland. Of course, we like to vacation with our families and go out of Portland, but we always look forward to coming back to Portland, and I think that's key. When you're on vacation at the end of your trip, you look forward to coming back home. And for us, home is Portland. So that's really some of the reasons personally that I enjoy Portland and the surrounding areas.